How to grow your comfort zone in climbing. In order to grow anything, we first need to feel safe. It's the big mistake that we all do is that we try to go and grow something without establishing sense of safety. So well done, all of you, for hiring amazing guides to help you establish the sense of safety. But what we're really going to talk about here is how to make something that's dangerous feel safe. Um, Climbing is inherently dangerous, and so it's an interesting uh, concept just in general, which is basically saying how do we grow our comfort zone in anything that might be hard, and anywhere where we're growing our comfort zone where it's hard, we're expanding as a human. So then we're on a path of evolution, which is, um, I think, what feels the best in our life. It's the best feeling to be on the path of evolution. I think that's why we do it. Um, Climbing, as you guys know, has a way of triggering many things. Not being just flat out being scared of the situation, of the systems, um, triggering of just not being good enough, not being strong enough, not climbing high enough grades, not being able to do something to get out of danger, not belonging to the group, etc. Again, to grow our comfort zone, we need to figure out a way of feeling safe, and uh, that also means often that um, not triggering our old stories and beliefs. Once we've established that, we can grow in hundreds of ways, many, many ways. When we feel unsafe, and this goes back to our childhoods, we go into our trauma brain. So we go into a protection that's we established probably likely when we were little kids in order to survive. Um, so trauma brain is like a flashlight. It illuminates only in a spot. It doesn't see the whole picture. In other ways of describing trauma brain is fundamentalism or tunnel vision. In that trauma brain, there's only one truth. Mine, in while I'm being triggered in my climbing, my only truth is I'm taking up space. I shouldn't be here. Um, I get to red flag this thought, and that helps me understand that I am in my trauma brain. So take a moment, everybody, and take yourself into a place of your climbing, when you might enter trauma brain. It might look like frustration, anger. It might look like fear, non-belonging. It might feel like many, many different ways. So just take a moment to and write yours down. Know that, write yours down, and just hold on to it for a little bit. In the trauma brain, as I described it as a flashlight or a tunnel, nothing creative can happen there. Um, there is, in other words, it's really, really hard from that place to create anything. And if we want to grow, we need to create, right? So, um, it's really important to understand it that to get where we want to go in this inherently difficult, dangerous activity, we need to learn how to shift our state. So I want to change kind of the name of this exercise from how to grow your comfort zone in climbing to how to shift your state so that you can be open to growing and creative change in your climbing. All right, so let's go over what needs to happen in order for you to shift out of your flashlight trauma brain. In other words, we go into our ego mind and are unable to connect to a bigger system of living things, of communities, of belonging, and so on. Our ego views us as separate and separated. It's that separation from a bigger whole of life is where a lot of our suffering comes from. So there's many ways in which we can learn to shift our state. But they all have one thing in common, that we come out of that flashlight brain. And if you know about neuroscience or read about that, that's your left brain. Your left hemisphere has no connection to the present moment. When we get stuck there and when we get triggered, we need to find a way to come back to the right hemisphere to be able to come back to reality and be reconnected with the present moment. So many ways you can shift your state, and I'm going to invite you to create your own way that works best for you. There's many ways, many sort of elements that can play a part in it, such as getting into your senses, looking, enjoying the scenery, looking at the beauty, laughter, connections with others, meditation, breathing, connecting to a feeling of love of somebody or something, petting your dog, cuddling, or doing your hobby. Many ways. Doing art, stimulating your vagus nerve, making connections with your ancestors, prayer, so many ways. And you're gonna choose the ones that work for you. All right, so this is the exercise we're gonna do to design your own unique safety shifting protocol. Question number 1, list your 3 unique climbing skills, climbing strengths. And that might be hard. You might not have an easy access to naming your strengths, and the more you need to do it. So 3 climbing strengths. Question number 2, who's your favorite person? Someone that makes you laugh. Maybe a group of people, maybe someone from your past, maybe someone from your childhood. And you can also include an animal in there. Question number 3, think of a teacher, a mentor, or somebody that helped you in your life, someone that's been supportive on your way. Question number 4, where's your happy place? Where do you love to go to feel good? It might be your yoga class, it might be your Hawaii vacation, it might be Yosemite, I don't know. doesn't really matter, and you might have multiple of them, but bring something to mind that's a place where you feel happy. Question number 5. Who are the people from history or world um, um, scene that inspire you, that you hold in high regard? It might be someone who's alive today or not. Just list their names. And then the last one is think of a nature being. It might be a tree in your yard. It might be a tree that you saw once and on a journey somewhere. It might be the ocean. It might be the moon. Something in the natural world that you feel a regard for and you feel connection with. And that would be um, question number 6. Um, so now that you have these 6 questions answered, let's go back to your unique trigger that you listed earlier in this exercise. And it might be really nice to do it in couples. So maybe during the retreat, pick someone that you can discuss this with. And I encourage you to be vulnerable about it. It's everybody's struggling with this stuff. Everybody, even the world best climbers. I just laughed about this with someone who I know from Rifle who climbs really, really world-class level. She struggles with that too. So don't be hiding it. Don't be ashamed of it because we all have it. I have mine. Kelly has mine. Kelly has hers. Um, and um, so once you have your red flag, share your red flag, and then share from your list of 6 things. Some of them might have not resonated with you. That's fine. What is going to be the protocol that you will engage in when these and maybe when these red flags come on, your unique triggers, your unique way of um, um, getting in a tunnel, um, and or maybe even before you go on your rock climb, how could you shift your state into a place of connection from which you can then be creative with the obstacle that you set in front of yourself? Um, I'm gonna practice that too. I am really interested in hearing how it goes. So if anyone has an interesting experience with this, please reach out to me on Instagram or ask Kelly my contact info. And I would love to have a conversation. Have an amazing time climbing in Black Canyon. Um, and I hope you uh, I hope that you will be present in meeting your fears and tunnel vision in a creative way. Big love.